I'm Liam.
I'm Chloe. Welcome to Daily Cup English.
Hey. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world right now. I'm Liam.
And I'm Chloe. Welcome back to Daily Cup English, the podcast where we talk about real English for real life every single day.
Every single day. Which means if you're not subscribed yet, what are you doing? Go hit that subscribe button right now. We'll wait.
We're literally waiting.
So, Chloe, how are you doing today?
I'm great, actually. I had the best cup of coffee this morning. Like, really good. I went to this little cafe near my apartment, and I tried something new.
Oh, yeah? What did you get?
I got an oat milk latte, and it was amazing. Highly recommend.
Nice. I'm more of a black coffee person myself. Simple, classic.
Yeah, that sounds about right for you, Liam.
Welcome to episode 1 of a brand new series we're starting today. It's called English for Real Life. And the idea is really simple. Every episode, we take one thing, one phrase, one grammar point, one situation, and we talk about it like normal human beings. No textbooks, no boring drills, just conversation.
Exactly. And today's topic? Oh, this one is good. I actually got a little fired up about this one.
She did. I saw her face when I mentioned it this morning. She was like,
I was not. I was just enthusiastic.
Sure, enthusiastic. Okay, let's get into it. Right, and I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, I want? That's just normal English. I learned that in my first week. And you're right, it is normal English.
So today we're talking about the phrase, I want. 2 simple words, very common. And the question is it rude? But, and this is a big but, there are situations where saying I want sounds really blunt, like almost demanding. And most English learners don't realize this.
And that's kind of the whole point of this episode. It's not about being wrong. It's about sounding natural. There's a difference.
You can say, I want coffee, and it's grammatically correct. But a native speaker might hear that and think, oh, okay, rude.
Rude? Like, excuse me, who raised you?
I mean, a little bit, right? It depends on the context, and that's what we're going to dig into today. What do you say instead of I want? When does it matter? And spoiler, Liam and I do not completely agree on this.
We do not. Which makes for a great podcast, I think.
It absolutely does. Okay, let's start with the argument.
So here's my take. I don't think I want is inherently rude. I think it depends completely on the situation. Like, if I say to you, Chloe, I want to go to the movies tonight, that's totally fine. That's just expressing what I want.
Okay, yes, I agree with that. In casual conversation between friends, I want is totally fine. Nobody's going to think you're rude for saying, I want to go to the movies. But that's not what we're talking about.
Okay, so what are we talking about?
We're talking about situations where you're making a request to someone, a waiter, a barista, a customer service person, a colleague. In those situations, I want sounds off. All right. Imagine you walk into a coffee shop. The barista smiles at you and says, Hi, what can I get for you? And you say, I want a large coffee.
Okay, I have literally said that before.
I know, that's the problem.
Okay, but did anyone ever look at me weird?
They might not look at you weird, they'll just process the order. But they notice it. It sounds a little demanding, like you're telling them what you want, not asking for something.
Okay, I kinda see that. But also, isn't it just efficient? Like, they asked what you want, you tell them what you want, done.
That is such a Liam.
What does that mean?
It means you think efficiency is more important than politeness sometimes.
I mean, in a coffee shop? Yes, a little bit.
Okay, but here's the thing. Politeness doesn't take more time. Saying, I'd like a large coffee, takes the same amount of time as I want a large coffee, but it sounds completely different. Okay, but here's the thing. Politeness doesn't take more time. Saying, I'd like a large coffee, takes the same amount of time as I want a large coffee, but it sounds completely different.
That's actually a fair point. Same number of syllables, basically.
Right! So there's no reason not to use the more polite version.
Okay, I'll give you that one. Okay, so story time. I actually have a story about this. So, a few years ago, I was in London, traveling, and I went to this really nice restaurant. Not super fancy, but like a proper sit-down place. And the waiter comes over, and I say, I want the fish and chips.
Oh no!
And the waiter, very politely, very British, just looked at me and said, Certainly, sir. And would you like anything to drink? And I could just feel it in his voice, that slight pause before certainly.
The British pause of judgment.
The British pause of judgment. That's exactly what it was. And I remember feeling a little embarrassed afterwards. I was like, oh, that came out wrong.
Yeah, British people are especially sensitive to that kind of thing. Like in American English, I want is maybe 60% rude in certain situations. In British English, it's like 90%.
90% rude? That's a very specific number.
I stand by it. So I used to tutor English. I would help people who were learning English sort of practice conversation. And one of my students, really lovely person, she was from Brazil. She was super fluent, like really good level. But every single time we did a role play in a restaurant or a store, she would say, I want, I want, I want.
Because that's what they teach in textbooks.
Exactly. That's what the textbook said. To express desire, use want. And she learned it perfectly. But she had no idea it could sound blunt in context.
That's kind of a failure of the textbook, honestly. I think that's so common with English learners. You can have really good grammar, really good vocabulary, but these small social cues, these little politeness signals, nobody teaches you those.
That's literally why we made this podcast. That's the whole mission of English for Real Life.
Yeah, the stuff that matters in real situations, not just in a classroom.
Okay, so let's actually talk about what to say instead. Because we've established that I want can be a problem. Now, what do you do about it?
Right. So there are basically 4 phrases that work really well as replacements. The first one, and this is the most versatile, is I'd like, as in I would like, but contracted. I'd like.
And this one is great because it works almost everywhere. Restaurant, shop, meeting at work, hotel check-in. I'd like fits in all of those situations.
I'd like a table for two. I'd like to reschedule our meeting. I'd like a room on a higher floor. Works every time.
And it's not overly formal either. Like, it doesn't sound stiff or weird. It's just polite. The second one is could I have? And this one I really like because it's a question. You're asking, not telling, which automatically makes it sound softer.
Could I have the menu? Could I have a glass of water? Could I have some more time?
Yes, and you can add please at the end, and it just sounds lovely. Could I have the bill, please? Very clean, very polite. The fourth phrase, and this one is specifically for ordering food, is I'll have.
I'll have the pasta. I'll have a sparkling water. I'll have whatever she's having.
Yes, that last one is very useful at restaurants when you don't know what to order.
Okay, the third one is can I get? And this is where Chloe and I have a slight disagreement.
So, can I get is very common, especially in the US. Very casual. You hear it all the time in coffee shops. Can I get a medium latte? Totally normal.
I use it constantly, like it's my default at a coffee shop.
I know, and I don't think it's wrong, but I do think it's more casual than I'd like or could I have. And in a more formal setting, like a nicer restaurant or a work situation, I'd still go with one of the more polished options.
Okay, but can I get at a casual cafe? Totally fine.
Totally fine at a casual cafe. We agree on that.
See? We're agreeing again.
Stop pointing it out.
So I want to zoom out a little bit because I think there's something bigger going on here. It's not just about I want versus I'd like. It's about how language reflects culture.
Oh, I love this direction. Say more.
So in some cultures, being very direct is totally normal and even respectful, like saying exactly what you want without extra politeness words. That's just clear communication. But in American English, and especially in British English, there are a lot of these little social lubricants, these tiny phrases that soften things.
Social lubricants? Is that a real term?
It is. I didn't make it up. But yeah, I'd like, could you, would you mind? These are all ways of softening a request, of saying, I'm aware that you're a person and I'm asking for your help, not just demanding something.
That's a really nice way to put it, actually. Like, it's acknowledging the other person. And I think it goes the other way, too. Like, sometimes English learners are super over-polite because they want to be safe. They'll say something like, I was wondering if it might perhaps be possible for me to have a glass of water.
Okay, that's a bit much.
That's too much. You don't need to go that far. There's a balance.
It's a spectrum. I want, on one end, too blunt for some situations. And then I was wondering if it might perhaps possibly, on the other end, way too formal. And in the middle, you have I'd like and could I have, which hit the sweet spot for most situations.
I also think, and this is my personal opinion, that younger generations are actually getting more casual about this. Like, I hear "can I get" everywhere now, even in places that used to be more formal.
That's true. Language evolves. What sounds casual to my parents might sound totally normal to me.
Exactly. And that's okay. Language isn't static. But I still think knowing the more polished options, I'd like, could I have, is valuable because you might need them.
It's like knowing how to dress for different occasions. You don't wear a suit to the beach, but you should know how to wear one when the moment calls for it.
That is a great analogy, actually.
Thank you. I have them occasionally.
Occasionally.
The other thing I want to say is, don't stress too much about this. Seriously, if you're a learner and you've been saying, I want your whole life, you are understood. People are not secretly hating you. Language learners always get a lot of grace from native speakers.
Yes, completely. The goal isn't perfection, the goal is growth. And just knowing this distinction, just being aware of it, means next time you're in a cafe, you might catch yourself and think, oh, let me say I'd like instead. And that's a win. Okay, I think we should start wrapping up. I feel like we could talk about this for another hour, honestly.
We could, but then it wouldn't fit in the podcast episode.
Right. Okay, so let's do a quick recap of everything we talked about today.
Perfect. So today's topic was why I want can sound rude in certain situations and what to say instead. We talked about 4 phrases: I'd like, could I have, can I get, and I'll have. And we talked about why this matters. Not just grammar, but social context, cultural signals, the way language works in real life.
And we shared some personal stories. Liam had his British pause of judgment moment in London.
I did not enjoy that moment.
And I talked about my student from Brazil who was really fluent but had never heard of this distinction.
That's the whole point. English you can use today, not someday, today. Next time you walk into a cafe or a restaurant, try it. Say, I'd like, or could I have? See how it feels.
And come back and tell us. Leave a comment wherever you're listening. Tell us, what situation do you find yourself using I want most often? We'd love to hear from you.
And if you enjoyed today's episode, please, please, please hit subscribe or follow, whatever the button says on your platform. We're posting new episodes every single day, so there is always something new waiting for you.
And tell a friend. If you know someone who's learning English, share this podcast with them. It really helps us reach more people, and honestly, it means a lot.
All right, episode 2 is coming tomorrow, and it's a good one. We're talking about how to say no politely in English. How do you turn someone down, an invitation, a request, a favor, without sounding cold or hurting anyone's feelings?
This one is so useful. Like, this is something I use in real life constantly.
So don't miss it. Subscribe, and it'll be waiting for you tomorrow morning with your daily cup of English.
Oh, that was smooth.
Thank you. I've been working on that sign-off.
Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Chloe.
I'm Liam.
And this is Daily Cup English. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you then. Take care, everyone.